Good morning. How are you doing? Great, day 23. Let's do some yoga. So start off in child's pose as always. I got some really lovely text yesterday about how the beginner or the first child's pose is so different from the second child's pose. And for me, in my experience, it's the same. The first one, it just feels like I'm full and round and a bit, I'm going to say lumpy and dull. And then the last one feels really clear and bright and connected. So just in your body today, let's notice the first child's pose. Feeling into your lower back, your spine, your belly, your hips, your feet, your knees. And not forcing it, staying in it for 30 seconds, 5 seconds, if that's what's your child's pose. Nice, and then coming forward into your hands and knees. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then rounding your back, tuck your chin under, looking towards your belly button. And arching your back and looking forward. Rounding your back, tuck your chin under, looking towards your belly button. And then arching your back and looking forward. Nice. So keep your spine in neutral, or bring your spine to neutral, and then stretch your right leg back behind you. So your leg is stretched back behind you. You can have your toe on the floor, or you can have it stretched out long and up in the air. See what's right for your hip. And then bend your right knee and bring your toes to where your right knee was. And then sit your bum back and allow your right knee to travel a little bit out to the side. So I'm not getting stuck on my right knee. My right knee is traveling a little bit out to the side as I sit my bum back. Rocking forward, stretch your right leg long, either have your toes on the floor or lift your leg up and back behind you. And then bend your knee, toe to where your knee was, and sit your bum down. Really drop your head down as you do so. Stretch your leg long, either toes on the floor or lift your leg up. Maybe look forward, toe to the floor, sit your bum down, drop your head down. One last time on this side. Stretch your right leg long, maybe look forward. Bend your knee, foot to where your knee was. Sit your bum down, drop your head down. Nice, other side. Stretch the left leg long, either keep your toes on the floor or lift your leg long behind you. Bend your knee, toe to where your knee was. Sit your bum down, let your knee travel wide. Stretch your leg long, maybe looking forward. Bring your toe to the floor. Sit your bum down. And again. Stretch your leg long, maybe looking forward. And bring your toe to where your knee was. And sit your bum back. Nice. Both knees to the floor and just shrug your shoulders backwards and then push your shoulders forwards. So the shoulder shrug, really feel the squeeze of your shoulders backwards and then the push of your shoulders forwards. Squeezing backwards, pushing forwards, squeezing backwards and pushing forward. Walk your hands one handprint forward from where they are. Sit your bum back, stretching out through your arms. And then rock forward so that your weight is into your hands. Sit your bum back. And then rocking forwards. And again, sit your bum back. And rocking forwards. Nice, good job. Come lie on your back. Landing down, arms are wide. And as we always do, just rock your knees from side to side. Let your belly, your hips, your pelvis really tell you how they are. How are you this morning as you rock from one side to the other? It's this incredible ongoing conversation. It's so beautiful. So how am I right now? What's my body telling me? Nice. Come back to center. Squeeze your right knee in towards you. Hug it in. Nice. And then release your right knee and lengthen your right leg up so that your leg is stretching up towards the ceiling. And then lower your right leg slowly down until it floats just above the floor. Bend your right knee and draw your right knee towards you. Squeeze it in. And then stretch your leg long. And lower it slowly down until it floats just above the floor. One more time. Bend your right knee in. Squeeze it in. Hug it down. And then stretch it long. Feel the length in your leg. And then let it lower down until it floats just above the floor. Bring your hands to the front of your hips. Point into that right foot. Just draw a small circle with the right leg. As you circle, notice how that is in your leg, in your hip, in your belly. And then circle in the other direction. You're just warming up into the bum, into the hips, into the belly. Nice. Bend your right knee, bring your foot to the floor. Draw the left knee up towards you, squeeze it deeply down. And then stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling. We're not pulling it in any way, it's just expressing itself up towards the ceiling. And then lower your left leg down slowly, first time always. Really allow the gentle softening through the front of the thigh. Bend your knee and draw your knee up onto your chest. Straighten out through your leg. And then lower your leg down until it floats just above the floor. Last time. Draw your knee up towards you. Squeeze it down. Stretch your leg long. And lower it down until it floats just above the floor. Bring your hands to the front of your hips. Point into your toes. And draw a circle with your left leg. Just feel that. Notice it. Be with it. Circling. And then circle in the other direction. I'm always really interested in the differences between one leg and the other, one belly and the other, one thigh and the other. There's always a difference. Nice. Bend your knee, bring your foot to the floor. Drop your knees down towards the right. Back up to center. And drop your knees down towards the left. And back up to center. Great. From here, push both feet into the floor, roll up along your spine. And then travel down until you land on the floor. You know, all these movements, I say it all the time, we do them over and over and over in slightly different ways every morning. And they're so amazing for your spine. Like this is the food of your spine. This is the nourishment, the nurturement of your spine. This is what really cultivates a healthy, mobile, strong, able spine. And it's rolling up and down without forcing, just hearing, going, oh yes, I can do this. I can travel up and down and hear my hips. Nice. Next time you travel up, stay up. So you're traveling up along the spine, you're pushing your feet into the floor, your bum is squeezing, and you're at the distance that feels like wellness for you. Nice. Lower your bum halfway down and just sway your knees a little bit from side to side. And go as little as you feel is right for you, or as big as feels right for you. And just listen. You know, this movement in your legs, what does it do? Where do you feel it? Where is there strength to hold this, or resilience to hold this? Or where do you feel vulnerable and you need to go slowly? Hearing it, listening to it. And then lower all the way down. Squeeze one knee up onto your chest, squeeze the other. Hug them both deeply down. Nice. And then hold on behind your knees and squeeze your knees down. Slightly different angle into the hips. Nice. And then bring your hands to the front of your knees, bring your thighs together and squeeze your knees towards you with your thighs together. Let your knees move away, stop the pull, bring your knees wide and draw your knees towards your shoulders. Release the pull, bring your knees together and draw your knees towards your chest. So we're doing a pull with your knees together and then widen your knees and then a pull towards your shoulders. Just notice in your spine and your hips what the difference is. Knees together and pull it towards you. Knees apart and pull them towards you. Which one is deeper into your hips? Which one do you feel more in your spine? Knees apart, up towards your shoulders. Knees together, up towards your belly. Nice. Push your elbows into the floor and just roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. Wholesomely, carefully, kindly rolling into the spine and then roll in the other direction. Nice. Stretch both legs up towards the ceiling and then cross your right thigh in front of the left and then bend both knees. So my thighs are crossing over each other and my right foot has gone left and my left foot has gone right. I squeeze my inner thighs together deeply and draw your knees a little bit closer towards you. Even engage your feet a little bit. Nice. Stretch both legs up towards the ceiling and then cross your legs in the other direction. Bring your left thigh in front of the right. Bend your knees. Heels are traveling down towards the outer part of the opposite leg. Squeeze your thighs together. Nice. Stretch both legs up towards the ceiling. So we're going to do our arms as well as our legs. So we're going to do opposite arms. So reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Reach both legs up towards the ceiling. Bring your left arm closer to your face and then bend your elbows and hold on to your shoulders. So my left arm is near my chin. Now bring your right leg in front of the left and bend your knees. You should feel, I don't know, I've never had a pretzel, but I believe this is the kind of shape that we're doing. Just squeezing your thighs together. Draw your knees a little bit closer to your chest. Nice. Stretch both arms up. Stretch both legs up. This time bring your right arm in front of the left. So your right arm is closer to your chin. And then cross the left thigh in front of the right. Bend your knees. So your thighs are crossed and your heels are moving down to the opposite hip. Squeeze your thighs together. Draw your knees a little bit closer to your chest. Nice. And really stretch your arms wide. Bring your feet to the floor and just pause there. There is space. These ones are very squishy sometimes. They're like squishy. And so just let yourself feel the space. The arms are wide. Feet are flat on the floor. There is space in your belly. There is space in your chest. Nice. Rolling over onto your side and come all the way up just for a few moments into your downward dog. So hands are on the floor, push back into your downward dog and just feel the length of your legs. Bending one knee, bending the other knee. Bending one knee, bending the other knee. Bend both knees. Stretch through both legs. Bending both knees. Stretch through both legs. Nice. So drop your knees to the floor and then let your right knee, so it's your knee that's traveling forward. We're coming into zigzag. So bring your right knee forward between your two hands. And then I have to move my right hand a little bit and then slowly lower yourself down or fall down onto your right bum and sit up tall. So now my knees are pointing towards the right and my feet are pointing towards the left and I'm sitting up tall and I'm in zigzag. Nice. Bring both hands to the floor. Come back into your cat pose. Push back into your downward dog. Feel the length of you. And then drop both knees to the floor. Bring your left knee forward between your two hands. Slowly lower down onto your left bum and bend both knees so you're in zigzag. So your knees are pointing towards the left, your feet are pointing towards the right, and you're sitting up tall. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Push back into your downward dog. Super cool. Nice. So drop both knees to the floor. Bring your right knee forward. Drop your bum down on the right so that you're sitting down into zigzag with your knees pointing towards the right and your feet towards the left. And then rock your weight back into your bum so your knees come to rise. And then drop both knees down towards the left. Rock your bum back so that you're sitting on your bum. And then drop both knees down towards the right. And then reach both hands forward in front of you. I've got my back to you, but reach both hands forward in front of you. You're interlocking your hands. And then with the left leg, just try and lift the left foot up so it comes to stand. Only the left leg. And then drop it down. And then lift the left leg up. And drop it down. And how close to the floor can you get that baby toe? Left leg up. Lower it down. One more time. Left leg up. And lowering down. Great. Bring both hands forward. Come back into your cat pose. Push back into your downward dog. Sorry, those of you who don't like being on your knees, I'm really sorry. This is quite a kneesy kind of class. Nice. Drop both knees to the floor and then bring your left knee forward. Sit your bum down. So now you're zigzag to the left with your feet to the right. Nice. Rock your bum backwards so that your feet can stand on the floor, your knees rise. Drop your knees to the right, sitting up tall. And drop your bum backwards, and sitting on the floor. And then drop your knees to the left. Nice. Right leg only moves. So interlock your fingers, or you can lean into your left hand if you wish. And then let your right leg lift. And then lower it down. Right leg lifts. And lowers down. Right leg lifts. And lowers down. One more time. Right leg lifts. And lowers down. Nice. Stretch one leg long in front of you. Stretch the other leg long in front of you. And just roll into your belly. And just have a sense of the deep of your rib cage, the low of your back. Nice. So both hands are on your thighs. And then sweep your right hand over to your left thigh and bring your left hand just so it rests into your lower back. So it's like I've slung my hands over towards the left. And then sling your hands over towards the right. So my left hand goes over to my right thigh and my right hand is behind my lower back. You just feel that sling to the left and sling to the right. Nice. Sling to the left and stay there. So now my left hand is behind my back. Maybe it's over towards the right buttock. My right hand is outside of my left thigh. Now I'm going to slide down the outside of the left thigh and reach with my right arm forward. Sliding back. Sitting up tall. Sling to the right. And then sliding down. Sliding down with your left hand down the right leg. You can look to the right. You can look down at your knee. Sliding back. Sling to the left. Sliding down the left leg. Coming back. Sling to the right. And sliding down the right leg. And coming back. Nice. We're going to change it up for the last two times. Sling to the left. And then bend your right knee and bring your foot to stand. So there's maybe 9 inches between your right foot and your left thigh. And now slide your right hand down the left knee and pause there. Have a bit of a wiggle always. So always, if you feel like, oh, I'm stuck, then reverse a little bit backwards and have a bit of a wiggle. If you want to bring the left hand to the floor beside you, if that feels like you've become encumbered by your hand behind you, then bring your hand to the floor and just feel like you can still move. Don't get stuck. So bring your hand to the floor beside you and then just find a way of wiggling a little bit in this pose. Like, can you move your shoulders? Can you move your neck? Can you move your belly? Can you wiggle deeply into your spine this moment? Nice. And sitting up tall, reach the right leg long, sling to the right. So my right hand is behind my back, my left hand is outside my right thigh. Bend my left knee. Foot is around 9 inches out. Bring your right hand to the floor and slide your hand down your right leg. Go as far as you can in the beginning and then reverse backwards and have a bit of a wiggle. For me, making circles with my belly is a really good sign that I haven't become stuck, that I can arch and round into my back is a really good sign. Just feeling that through the spine, through your belly, through your hips, through your body. Nice job. And sitting up tall. Come into your child's pose. And sit your bum down. So those of you, I was talking to somebody yesterday and they said, you know, when you do that last child's pose, I just get my weights and start doing my weights. So if that's what you're choosing to do right now, then good for you. Or just rest into your child's pose. Or if this is the point where you go, okay, I'm going to run off now and do my day, then that's also perfect. If you are choosing to do this child's pose, also awesome. For me, this moment of resting at the end is very important. It's like a full stop at the end of a sentence, or the gap between words, or the space at the end of a paragraph. It's like this moment of, oh, yes. Feeling, sensing, deepening. Compare this child's pose to the first one. How is it in your spine? How is it in your shoulders, your hips, your belly, your thighs? Juicy, warm, connected, different? Possibly. Nice, guys. How wonderful. So, slowly coming up. Do whatever it is that you do to travel into your day. How nice. Lovely. And nice. I shall see you all tomorrow, day 24. Amazing. I just can't get over this. It's just so beautiful. So great, guys. I will look forward to it. Bye.